Many governments use DemandStar to request quotes where pricing is below the threshold to require public solicitations. For these projects and products, we have a separate tab called Quotes. You can click on Add a Quote in the top right corner, or click on the Quotes tab at the top. This will bring you to a page that will show you previous quotes you may have submitted. This request goes out to those specific individuals you've designated through commodity codes or supplemental suppliers. Otherwise, these posts are not publicly searchable by other vendors logged into DemandStar. To add a quote, we'll click on Add Quote in the top right corner. Just like in the bid creation page, you can see in the left column the steps in this process. Fill out the details for your quote in the first page. The quote number has to be a number. This field does not accept text. Unlike our typical bids creation, this date entry represents the due date when you'd like to see the price quote. There's only one date that's being requested of you, and that's the final due date by which you'd like to see people sending in their price for this quote. After your set time, the quote will close to new responses. Use the optional days to deliver after receipt of order box if needed, and any shipping notes you may have. Your contact information is automatically filled, but if the shipping information is different, you can uncheck the box and add a new address here. Be sure that all details of the quote are correct. Quotes cannot be edited after they have been sent out at this time. Here is where we will input what we are looking for. Enter items that can be measured against other people's services or products. This keeps quotes more comparable to each other and makes it easy to award by the price per line item listed. We'll input the quantity and the unit of measurement. You can add line items as needed. For additional specifications, you can amend your request with statements like, products can be swapped out as long as they meet minimum requirements. This way you can be assured that you're comparing pricing across all supplier bids in a way that is fair and easy to understand. When suppliers respond to this quote, they will answer by line item. Suppliers will not write up and send a document. They will enter their dollar amount per line. It is important to note that there is no way to accept documents back from suppliers within the quote creation like there is for bids. If you have any insurance or additional requirements or any legal language you might have, you can put them here. Here, you can upload additional documents. This might be helpful if it was a defined project, like lawn maintenance, and you wanted to describe the project in further detail. However, no documents are required. To reach the relevant suppliers, you can generate a new list using commodity codes or use a pre-built list. These commodity codes match what the suppliers are offering in their business. So as a government agency, the more relevant codes you use, the better you can reach your business. Select as many relevant codes to broadcast your quote to the largest audience. Click Continue to see how many people to whom this list will be sent. In this case, we have 138. In quotes, since the projects have a dollar value below the threshold required for public access, you are allowed to remove suppliers. Hit Continue when you're happy with the list of suppliers. Then we'll click Next. Here is where you can add your own approved vendors to which you'd like to broadcast the quote one at a time. All you need is an email address. Everything else is optional. The last step is to review. Remember that if you are requesting technical items, try to be as exact as possible. This is what replaces all the work you put into creating an RFP document. Once you have completed your review, you can post the quote. Remember, quotes cannot be edited once they have been set out. Click on Post Quote in the bottom right and it will be broadcast within 20 minutes. Once the due date is passed and you're ready to review and award your quote, you can click on the Supplier subtab. Here you can see which supplier submitted a quote. When a supplier responds, they'll respond to each individual line item. Therefore, you have an option to make the award on a line item by line item basis to separate companies. Clicking on each supplier will show the prices listed line by line. If you click the tab Line Items, you can see the pricing listed and compared by supplier. Again, you may make the award by individual item, even if it's to different suppliers. Once you've chosen the awardees, click on the button that says Award. Here, you can set up an award notification email. You may enter more notes if necessary. Then, click on the Send this award email. This email immediately notifies the vendors. Price shop for the best local suppliers. Award more than one supplier by line item, and save time using the quotes on DemandStar.